What the fuck? Eurogamer, what are you doing? No, seriously. How did this even make sense to anyone in that office?
Because what I just saw in your Black Ops 7 review is so inconsistent, so hypocritical, that even Activision's AI could spot it. So Eurogamer drops their Call of Duty Black Ops 7 review. 3 stars. Sounds fine, but then you look at what is missing. No mention of AI. No mention of Activision using AI-generated art. No mention of the AI calling cards the community is literally roasting online. Nothing. It is like AI suddenly became Voldemort. They refused to say its name. This is the part where my brain left the building. Activision admitted on Steam that Black Ops 7 uses generative AI tools for some in-game assets. They literally have a mandatory disclaimer. Players know it. Reddit knows it. Everyone knows it. Except apparently, the Eurogamer reviewer. He just did not notice, or did not care, or both. Oh, and before someone tries defending Eurogamer, yes, they did write an article about the AI calling cards. They knew about the controversy. They acknowledged it. But when it comes to the official scored review that people actually rely on, silence. They threw the AI issue into the garbage like last week's leftovers. The only AI text on the review page is that little related box, which is not part of the review. It is just an automated ad for their own article. So no, the review did not address AI at all. Now here is where Eurogamer's credibility starts collapsing like a bad Jenga tower. They hammered ARC for AI use, talked about ethical concerns, talked about voices being AI generated, talked about how it hurt the artistic intent. But for Call of Duty, a game made by a company that went all in on AI in some very questionable ways, suddenly none of that matters. 3 stars. Fun game. Moving on. How convenient. And then someone from Eurogamer shows up in the comments under their own review to explain themselves. And trust me, this comment is a masterpiece. Not in the good way. In the you just admitted everything without realizing it way. Let me break it down for you. This is the first banger. Eurogamer says, "We do not have a blanket policy on AI." Translation: if reviewer A hates AI, cool. If reviewer B ignores AI, also cool. Consistency is optional. This is not a defense. This is an admission of unprofessional standards. You cannot run a major gaming outlet with no ethical consistency. You cannot criticize AI for one game and then pretend it does not exist in another. Then comes the funniest part. Hey, say the reviewer did not notice or take exception to the AI in Call of Duty. So wait. Let me understand this. Activision publicly admits using AI. Activision puts an AI disclaimer on Steam. The community is discussing it. Other outlets are discussing it. Reddit is discussing it. Eurogamer themselves wrote an article about it. And your reviewer just missed it? That is not individual perspective. That is a failure to review the game properly. Then they tried to dodge responsibility with, "We cannot confirm what assets are AI." You did not need confirmation for ARC. You looked at the game, saw AI voices, and critiqued it, but now suddenly you require scientific evidence before daring to mention Activision using AI. This is selective standards. Plain and simple. Everything about this featured comment screams PR damage control. They know the audience sees the hypocrisy. They know people are calling them out. So they wrote a long, padded message trying to look intellectual and calm, hoping everyone would move on. Spoiler, we are not moving on. So let me wrap this up. Eurogamer criticized ARC for AI. They gave ARC a lower rating. They said AI hurt the experience. Call of Duty uses way more AI. Activision admits it openly. The community is angry about it. Eurogamer wrote an entire article about it. But in the official review, they pretend none of it exists. Then they defend themselves by saying, "Our reviewers do not need to be consistent." That is not journalism. That is a mess. Eurogamer either care about AI usage or do not care. Either take an ethical stance or do not. But do not pretend you have standards when you clearly drop them the moment Call of Duty shows up. This is hypocrisy. Plain, obvious, embarrassing hypocrisy. Alright, video over. I am Jinx, and I am going to go drink some water before I develop a migraine from this nonsense. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit like, subscribe, tell me in the comments whether Eurogamer needs a reboot, and I will see you in the next one.